Well, they are here, YouTubers. My little slice of the Black Order. We've got Proxima Midnight and Ebony Maw. Kind of like, I guess, what, 2/5 or half, depending on how you look at it, of the Black Order. But these were ordered last December of 2019. Ordered through Sideshow Collectibles, and now they are here. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing. Stay tuned. All right, here we are, out of those brown shippers. It was interesting, probably a few years ago, with some of the earlier pieces that I got from Captain America, Spider-Man, from Infinity War. They were not in these brown shippers, so it's kind of like Hot Toys now, where they come with their own shipper, where before Sideshow would put them in their own box and send them out. But I like the shippers, they're pretty cool. All right, so here you can see the box art for Proxima Midnight, and you can see that it's kind of a painting, where before they've actually had pictures of the actual piece. These are both 1 scale. We've got a picture of Proxima Midnight here again, kind of an outline of her, and then I think the same here with Ebony Maw. So nice boxes. I think they're pretty solid, and these actually came undamaged. So you can see here, this is really what we'll see inside. And just again, Iron Studios. I like that new Iron Studios logo. I think they've done a good job with that. It looks good. And then finally, the foreside, kind of a repeat of what we saw earlier. So here we go with Proxima Midnight and Ebony Maw. And then on the top, you can see the box here for Proxima Midnight is a little bit wider. We'll take some dimensions a little bit later, but you can see that it's a bigger box. Weighs just under 4 pounds, and then Ebony Maw was just under 3 pounds. Okay, let's get these statues out and let's see what they look like. Yeah, just a little bit about me. I was a big Hot Toys collector. Love Iron Man, really pretty cool. As you can see here, some of the pieces that we've come to know and love from Hot Toys, if you're an Iron Man buff, over the past several years. And I originally started with the Mark V, but the earlier version, it was the non-die-cast, and picked these up. But I really realized that I don't really pose them that much. You can see there's a lot of accessories and things, but especially that Hulkbuster, don't really pose him very much. Kind of left him here. Got the Soap Studios lighting. So up here is my Iron Studio. So I kind of transitioned to statues, and I really like these. Great price point. They're 1/10 scale, and you can see that you know, since I don't pose them a whole lot, they kind of give me what I need. And really, kind of like the flagship of my collection here is this XM Studios Hulkbuster. Really love that a lot. It's a great piece. A lot of nice detail. So kind of went with that. And then here we are with Iron Studios. This is the companion XM piece. That's a 1/4 scale Iron Man. You can see here. But you can see now we've got some Iron Studios pieces at 1/10. And you can kind of see the size difference comparison. Again, we'll get a ruler out so you can go ahead and take a look at how these compare size-wise, so you know that if you're going to have enough room to fit them. So anyway, a little bit about me, and we'll go ahead and dive into the 2 recent arrivals. Here are the styrofoam containers that Proxima Midnight and Ebony Maw will come in, or actually are in. And you can see the tape on the top. I'll go ahead and open these here in a second. And just for informational purposes, that Iron Man we were just looking at, the larger one, was a 1/4 scale. So 1/4 scale versus 1/10 scale here. Okay, let's go ahead and get these prepped and get these open. All right, here's what we're looking at. Got these popped open. So you can see here's Proxima Midnight, and I actually opened this one up correctly, so she's facing out. We'll get her unwrapped here. And then Ebony Maw, he's facing downward, so you can see open the back end. But they look like they're very well wrapped. Everything looks good. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys out and set up. All right, here we are out of the boxes. So here is Proxima Midnight's base, and you can see this thing is really nicely detailed. You look at the rock here, looks good, and it's really hefty. I guess polystone looks like it's a really good, hefty quality material, and you can kind of see what you're looking at here. Again, love the price point. These statues were both the same price, $135 American. And so here we go with regard to her base, and then you can see here's her staff. It looks like the only issue is that staff looks a little bit bent there. So we'll see what we can do to get that looked at, see if we can get that straightened out. But that's a little light, kind of a plasticky feel. Same with this is the base, but you can kind of see the detail in that base of her staff. The one that Cap caught, really nice. All right, so here she is, pretty hefty, really good looking face, good detail there, and you can see around. I love the molded hair. I think that's kind of what they do best with a lot of these statues. Hair gets molded. Her left arm has got the gold armor on it. Detail in her costume really is nice. You've got some good detail here. Again, the molded hair. Really good. Again, great detail. That's what's really nice, is you get a good representation of her. And then looking at Ebony Maw, same kind of deal here. There's his face. Cool, I think one of the coolest characters. I didn't get the other two, Corvus Glaive or Cull Obsidian. I didn't get those two. Didn't get Thanos, but these were kind of my favorite of the Black Order. Good detail. You can see just the material of his tunic. Yep. Nice. And then you can see his arm. We'll get this set up. But again, that's really kind of nice detail there on the tunic, on the material. And then we've got some rocks that will go into the base. The base has that same kind of detail that we have on Proxima Midnight's. This one's a little less hefty, but still nice. It kind of, when you look at it, you see quality, you see detail, and that's what I'm looking for. So I think Iron Studio really has nice pieces, and you can see here the stone and all in here really looks good. All right, let's put them together and get some measurements. All right, well, here we go. Let's do some measurements. We'll talk about observations. So Proxima Midnight is about a foot tall, between about 11.5 to 12 inches tall. But Ebony Maw is probably 14 or so, 14 and a quarter or so, something like that. And as far as width, you're looking at probably 4 to 4.5 inches base width. The depth is probably about the same. And then here, with regard to Ebony Maw, just under 4 inches. The one thing that I've got a problem with here, though, unfortunately, is you may be able to see here, but when I tried to get him on his stand here, that's about as far as I could go. And I was pushing. Obviously, I don't want to break off his foot, but that's a first for me. The other thing is the stones here that go in the base. 2 of the 3 look to be really on pretty solid, but one of them, I think it's the one here, didn't go on very well. But you can kind of see, let's see if we can get them under some light. Try to get a little bit more of that going here. But yeah, you can get a sense. Let's see if we can you can kind of get a sense of the light. Really, it's a great looking figure. Hopefully I'll get in touch with Sideshow and see about getting that issue resolved. But between the two, I think I like Proxima Midnight. You can see it was a little bit, her staff was a little bit bent. Overall, again, not prohibitively so. It went in really pretty well. But here you go. That's what we've got. I'll turn him around so you can kind of see how he looks. And these, again, these rocks here are kind of a little bit, there are magnets that kind of hold them in, so that helps. But like them to be a little bit sturdier. I think you've got the issue with regard again to the price point, where you're going to probably get areas that probably aren't quite as nice. The quality isn't quite as there, but I think for what you're paying, I think you've got a lot of bang for the dollar. So overall, I'm happy, but as you can see here, I'll have to figure out how to get this issue resolved. I was thinking about maybe using Vaseline or something, but what I don't want to do is end up breaking it and having a problem. Okay, all right. Well, I'll kind of show you where they're all going to go. All right, so here's where they're going to go. I'll be in touch with Sideshow to see about getting Ebony Maw's issue resolved, but this is kind of the area that they'll be. So again, 1/10 scale, a lot of detail, and for the dollars, I think you really get a good deal. Okay, hope you've enjoyed the video. Take care. We're out.